The word of the day today is squabble. Every time I say the word squabble, a drama demon enters a new soul. I live for petty squabbles on the internet, and today, heavy metal recording artist Poppy is opening up a 6-year-old wound just for the fun of it. Thank you very much, my channel appreciates it. Today, I'm gonna rip into that drama with my gossip claws, but before I do, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Dan Frampton. I like to make traditional, old-fashioned, home-style YouTube videos here on the internet. And if you comment on it within the first 3 hours of me uploading it, I will reply. 3-hour gang roll call. There is so much lore and context when it comes to heavy metal recording artist Poppy, and every inch of it is drenched in controversy. The story starts twisted, gets demented in the middle, and then it eventually mellows out to just petty squabbles on the internet. My personal favorite. I'd say it's kind of the perfect trajectory of any online drama. I hope you're kicking back, because it's about to get messy. But the story of Poppy doesn't actually start with Poppy. We're not going to get into every nook and cranny of this drama, of this lore. There are many videos out there that do that. They're like video essays because they need to be, but I'm definitely going to run through the cliff notes right here. It starts with these two individuals right here. Titanic Sinclair and Mars Argo. Titanic Sinclair is kind of the artistic visionary of this project, where he takes kind of like a cyborg pop star and tries to tell some weird, twisted, sinister stories with that kind of character in mind. Anyway, Titanic Sinclair and Mars Argo were in a toxic relationship. Not gonna get into all the juicy details there, but they have a really ugly breakup, and then Titanic Sinclair replaces Mars Argo with Poppy. But now, with Poppy, he's going a million miles an hour. The videos that they're putting out are very strange. They're getting millions of views right off the bat of this kind of robot girl saying weird robot girl things, but then this video goes super viral, and it's just her saying, "I'm Poppy," over and over and over again for 10 minutes straight. The weird kind of character that she presented in these videos was very monotone, very one-note kind of thing, so that would create a lot of intrigue for when the music would hit. At first, the music was just as bubblegum pop as you could possibly get, and that suited the aesthetic fine. But it wouldn't be long until history repeated itself and Titanic Sinclair would become possessive, gaslighty, and toxic in this relationship as well. But long story short, Poppy would be able to get free of Titanic Sinclair and retain rights to her Poppy character. And this would be huge for her exploring musical endeavors down the road. And it was through this metamorphosis that she actually transitioned from a pop star into a full-blown rock and roller. Her album Am I a Girl in 2018 featured Titanic Sinclair still, and it was this record that was kind of blending the pop sensibilities with the heavy metal kind of stuff. Eventually, the pop stuff would be stripped all the way from it, and it would just be rock and roll. Now, on this record in 2018, before Poppy was able to leave Titanic Sinclair, they were signed on to do this kind of collaboration with Grimes. And apparently things didn't really go so well with this collaboration, and then when Billboard was asking about it, they asked Poppy to elaborate, in which Poppy said this: "I was kind of bullied into submission by Grimes and her team of self-proclaimed feminists. We planned a song coming out months ago, and she was preventing it. I got to watch her bully songwriters into signing NDAs. And not taking credit for songs that they were a part of. She doesn't practice what she preaches. It's really upsetting to work with a female that is very outward about a topic, but behind closed doors is the complete opposite. It's actually very disheartening to people that are actually feminists and supporters of other females." And that was where the drama sat then. Since then, Poppy was able to break free of Titanic Sinclair, pave her own path of music. Now, she sounds like this. Which is incredibly badass, by the way. At the time, Grimes replied with this: "Poppy, you dragged me into a disgusting situation and won't stop punishing me for not wanting to be a part of it. I don't want to work with you. You leaked the song anyway. You got what you want. Let it go." So that's all very indicative of messy drama behind the scenes. And since 2018, Grimes has gone on to be with Elon, have his kid, leave Elon, blah 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 blah. Poppy got out of the toxic relationship and started to do her own thing, started to collaborate with bands like Knocked Loose and that kind of thing. Very sick. And now Poppy's getting ready for a new album cycle with songs that are gonna sound like this. right? But she's also bringing back that robotic white background personality thing in a new show called Improbably Poppy. She's absolutely owning her entire IP right now, and I think that's very sick. At this time, it's not under the thumb of a manipulator, and it's done with an actual budget. The show looks like it's going to be a fun time, and to have all this colorful robotic personality juxtaposed with her heavy metal music, I think is going to make for a very entertaining property. Improbably Poppy. Look at all these costumes. Look at all of these sets. Look at this logo. Very fun, very cool. So anyway, during the promo of this new show, Poppy makes one little joke referencing this drama from a bygone era. Let's watch together, shall we?
What do I have to do?
Grimes is going to ask you to be a surrogate to her child.
Who?
Say yes.
Grimes is gonna ask you to be a surrogate for her child. And then the guy responds, who? That's all it is. That's all we're talking about over here. This Grimes fan account retweets this thing, 6 years triggered. It's just a little joke. I would say it's a joke referencing her own lore. And yeah, kind of taking a dig at Grimes as well. But then Grimes went on a spree over here. Poppy is talented and doesn't need to lower herself to dredging up ancient drama to get people to listen to her music. Dredging up ancient drama. It was a single joke in a television show that is happening on Veeps.com. I guess it's not really a television show. But right away, this is improperly framed. I don't understand these continued attempts to goad me into a public fight. It was a joke. It wasn't nothing to goad you into a fight. Just make a joke back, if anything else. All because I did not want to put out a song with her and her abusive boyfriend, Titanic Sinclair. Okay, so now we're looping back around to Titanic Sinclair, because up until today, this was a name that I had totally forgotten about. Because yeah, all of this Mars Argo, Poppy, Titanic Sinclair stuff is ancient history. This first video I showed you 10 years ago, okay? When Poppy first hit the scene 9 years ago. This stuff is so old. And now, in this tweet that was tweeted out yesterday, we're referencing Titanic Sinclair again? Holy fucking shit, dude. I don't claim any moral authority. No, that you don't, Grimes, and that you shouldn't. I understand how hard it is when the world is asking you to speak negatively about someone close to you who has done bad things. I wish her nothing but the best, and I hope that one day she grows and realizes that I've tried to be a girl's girl here. I will not fight back. I won't pursue legal action. I will not get into the details. This is entirely a one-sided situation. It seems one-sided on your side because you're doing this whole diatribe over here in response to a joke. I don't see the point in attacking your friend while they take personal and professional hits for you. Again, I don't claim any moral authority. I respect the friendship we once had, and I have empathy for the rough spot she was in when she started doing this. I hope one day she is able to see who actually cares about her and who is standing up for her. My God, that is so vague and cryptic. Who the hell could tell what is going on in this situation? All I can tell is that Poppy made a joke, kind of putting Grimes at the butt of it, and then Grimes got insanely angry about it, and Grimes is the one that's actually digging up all of this old drama. Grimes is the one that is mentioning Titanic Sinclair. Grimes is the one talking about former friendships and the spot that she was once in when she started doing this. This is all the old drama over here. This joke in this fucking promo for Improbably Poppy isn't really an attack on you, Grimes. Grimes continues. Poppy had nothing to do with WAP. It bothers me that they continue this NDA nonsense. As far as I'm aware, no NDAs have been proposed, nor have they been signed by her and I. I think it's reasonable to defend myself when I was accused of forcing her to sign an NDA, which I did not do. Forcing her to sign an NDA? I don't think that's what she said in this article. In this article, she said she witnessed you bully songwriters into signing NDAs. That's what I remember. That's what I'm looking at literally right now. Anyway, the only NDA that was signed was between myself and Titanic in an attempt by me to have not Titanic on the song they leaked, which he obviously broke anyway. And I did not pursue legal action against him regardless, because I don't see the point. Nor did I defend myself about what that was about when they leaked that. They continue to take these peace offerings as a sign they can get press off of this absurd mess. It should end now, for real. press off this absurd mess, you say. The visualizer for that song that I showed you has almost 1 million views on it. So this narrative that Grimes is running with, that she needs to dig up this old drama in order to get views and listens and stuff, is just completely unfounded. And I guess that's where the drama is right now. I do not expect Poppy to respond to Grimes' diatribe over here. Just continue to make more jokes. I think she should keep continuing to parody and goof on this girl as much as possible. That one little fortune teller surrogate joke is not going to be hard enough for me. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Until my next upload, watch another upload. Okay, take care and have a good one.